So, I gotta be honest, I already recorded this video, but I just don't like it. It lasts 8 minutes. In some parts I talk very slowly, so I'm gonna retry to do it now that I have the new microphone and let's see what happens. I'm gonna do it. This is how to defeat the yellow mages. So, the battle with the yellow mages starts off even before the actual battle in which you take the turns. What happens? When you walk near them, they will start an animation of hurting, and after 2.5 seconds on average, hurting is gonna destroy one of your limbs. Yeah. No questions asked. And no, you cannot stop this with arm guards, you cannot stop this with Salmon Snake Soul, with leg guards, with anything. If they are able to perform this action, you're gonna lose one of your limbs. And also, if you enter in the battle with them and then escape, the animation is not gonna reset. So if the animation started, then you're gonna lose a limb very soon if you try to escape. We have to fight this guy instead in order to be safe. What do we do to fight them? There are two main things we have to worry about here, which is the legs and the left arm. Let me explain. So, if the yellow mage has 2 legs alive, then during his turn he's either gonna do nothing or he's gonna cast hurting during the battle. Then when is he gonna use hurting? You see, every time you fight him, after the first turn he's gonna say he's dancing. That's the signal. At the end of the next turn he's gonna use hurting, which is able to either cut off one of your arms or one of your legs. And in contrast with the different coin flips attack we've saw during this series, you are not gonna be able to protect your limbs by guarding it. So, how do you stop him from using hurting? It's very simple, you just have to cut off one of his 2 legs, there is no difference between them, you just have to cut off one. And they have a very low amount of HP, I think it's around 20 HP, so you are guaranteed to destroy one if you're able to hit it. The other problematic part is the left arm. The left arm is gonna either do nothing or cast Swarm of Locusts, which is a very powerful spell that is an AoE able to stun your party members for 2 actions. And apparently in the Fear and Hunger difficulty, this left arm has only 20 HP, but in Terror and Starvation mode, it's way more, it's around 300 HP. And that's why, now that we're gonna discuss the strategy, there is a little thing that I want to note. But before doing that, I want to say, if you cut off both his legs, then he's just not gonna do hurting anymore, not even in the overworld. So, if you really want to, you can pacifist the dungeon by just destroy the legs. You don't have to fight him actually, you don't have to kill it. Sorry for the interruption, I also want to mention that if you enter the fight with Moonless, you will be given a choice, Easy Girl or Kill. If you select Easy Girl, Moonless is not gonna do anything for the rest of the battle. If you select Kill, she's just gonna attack normally. This is useful if you want Moonless to not attack the yellow mage to kill it, in case you want to talk to him to get something that we'll discuss later. So, what is the strategy? I think you may say, yes, since in the first turn he just dances, and then in the second turn he's gonna use hurting, I can just destroy the left arm in the first turn and then one of the legs in the next turn, right? Yes and no. If you're on Fear and Hunger difficulty, yes, because the left arm only has 20 HP, but in Terror and Starvation mode or higher, you have to be sure you're gonna be able to deal at least 300 damage to the left arm, and in most cases you cannot. That's why I just suggest that you destroy one of the legs. That way, you just have to resist to a few stuns from the left arm and then you can just destroy it too. And at that point, he's basically harmless. And now that he cannot do anything, let's see if there's something else we can do. Yes, there is. We can either farm with Sorcerer's Stone or Ring of Graves, or even Pinecone Peak if you want. But the most important thing is, if you talk to him, ask which gods does he serve, and you answer Grogroth and then ask him if he can teach something to you about Grogroth, you're gonna get an Eclipse Talisman for free. And you can do this to both yellow mages, so you can get 2 Eclipse Talisman for free. And they are needed to get either Naja or Enki, so, I mean, you can do what you want with those. If you start the battle with more party members, I suggest that you attack the leg with almost all of them, because if one of them fails, the other one is gonna cover it. Because remember, if the stun attack hits all your party members and you didn't destroy the legs, then you're gonna lose some limbs, I'm sorry. Or if you're even more confident in your abilities, you can just, in Fear and Hunger difficulty, deal 420 damage to the torso, while in Terror and Starvation it is 800 damage to the torso, and he will die instantly.
Oh, and funny thing, if you try to use something that sets his torso on fire, he's gonna become vulnerable to the head. This is never gonna be useful, but it's a funny thing that I wanted to mention. Oh, and also, as the text may suggest, if you use counter magic on the yellow mage, you should be able to prevent the hurting dance, but it's the opposite. In fact, if you use counter magic, it doesn't matter if he already started dancing or not, he's gonna use hurting at the end of that turn. Pretty useful, right? The most useful spell in the game. Counter magic. But we can do even better. If you're on terror and starvation mode, his new right arm, the one that is changed when you go in terror and starvation mode because it has more HP, is supposed to be able to cast hurting, but it doesn't. Why? I don't know.